Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is Lucid Prophecy Tarot, and it's going to be a reading. So let's get straight into it. I don't want to waste no time. So Aries could be very significant. I feel like that energy was constantly popping out in all the readings. But for you specifically, I feel like you could be an Aries, Pisces cusper, or you could just be dealing with an Aries. I always find that Pisces and Aries are usually in relationships or best friends or something like that. Maybe because y'all so close. And in Vedic, you know, some Aries or Pisces, like in Vedic, I'd be considered a Pisces. You get what I'm saying? Even though in tropical astrology, I'm an Aries. So enough about me. Let's see what your current energy is. I already shuffled. So let's see what Pisces' current energy is. What current energy are they embodying? Spirit, please show me clearly. Let's just get one card, y'all. Okay. What's Pisces' current energy? Okay, they're not trying to give me one card. So I feel like you could be dealing with a lot of people, or a lot of people are in your energy, because it's a lot easier. Whoa, look at this. The Emperor card just keep wanting to show up. So I feel like Aries energy, you could be embodying that Aries energy. You're just in a very dominant, masculine, you're in power here. You are the Emperor card. The next card that's higher than the Emperor is the Empress, and really it's just the same energy of different coins or different tokens. So I feel like that's significant. If something is really the same energy, it's just two different sides of it. So I feel like you're going to be seeing something from a different perspective, or you're seeing something from a different perspective. I feel like you've been putting a lot of work into, some of you guys have been working overtime, or I feel like whatever work that you have been putting in, it is paying off here. You're going to receive some type of harvest in regards to that. What's crossing Pisces, please? What is helping or hindering them? What's crossing them? Okay, we're just going to take it off. The Eight of Pentacles, again. The Five of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Star card. I feel like whatever work that you're doing right now is going to help you recover in regards to a situation that turned sour. I feel like a situation that didn't turn out the way that you expected it to. This could be some type of grief or disappointment here that you were dealing with here with the Five of Cups here, Pisces. That is your energy. I feel like you're coping with the grief or coping with whatever emotions this is by working. I feel like it's helping keeping you inspired, or helping keeping you lively, keeping your vitality up in a situation. Or maybe this is some type of spiritual work or spiritual practice that you're participating in now, and I feel like it's helping you keep faith and kind of like motivation in the situation here, or helping you regain that sense of self, that innocence within yourself that you were carrying in childhood. Because I feel like in grief, we can kind of lose sight of our innocence in a situation. So I feel like that. Okay. Okay, let's see. What you're leaving behind, that past energy. What you're moving forward from. For Pisces. Page of Staffs. Wow, so I feel like this has to do with potential. So you could be leaving, this could be a younger fire sign. You could be leaving behind a younger fire sign. This person could be on your mind, and you could be working in order to keep yourself occupied in regards to that situation. If that's not the case, this could be falling in love with potential. I feel like here you could have been in situations where people had a lot of potential here, and you were kind of attaching yourself to that too strongly. And because that's the case, it's like it never fully bloomed into the potential that you had set in your mind, which led to the disappointment and grief, the Five of Cups energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're letting go of that. You're letting go of the if you don't see some type of confirmation that confirms what you hope for, then you're not just going to blindly believe it. So like wanderlust, I feel like you're leaving that behind. What's grounding you? What's grounding you, Pisces? King of Coins. So again, work, money, business, enterprise. I feel like some of you guys are a classic man too, or there could be an earth sign that's in your life that's definitely helping you with business decisions, money decisions, sound decisions. I feel like whatever energy this is, whether it's you embodying this earth energy to help you literally keep yourself grounded by working and and focusing on your finances. I feel like it's very, very intelligent. This is like a very healthy way of coping with grief or coping with disappointment here. I feel like that's what you're doing. All right. And with your near future energy. Yes, Sun. Wow. The Sun card. So I feel like you're moving into a state of happiness. If you were in a state where, you get what I'm saying, you weren't necessarily happy with the outcome of a situation, I feel like you're going to find a solution here with the near future card. And I feel like it is, it's going to come to you while you're in the sun, literally, or while you're working. But besides all of that, I feel like you're going to have a sunny disposition. You're going to be happy about your situation. If you weren't so, if your situation was a little bit dark or bleak, or if you felt blocked, you get what I'm saying? Because sometimes that word, you get what I'm saying, could be a little bit offensive to some people. But understanding that all that is an opportunity for you to alchemize the situation and for you to really build upon that strength that you already have internally. It changes from a fear to an opportunity here. So I feel like that's the same thing. An opportunity is a block, because if you don't have the courage to take on that opportunity, then it just becomes a block. So it's the same thing on two different sides of the same coin. So I feel like this has to do with your perception. I feel like your perception in regards to words, in regards to statements, in regards to triggers, your subconscious blocks. I feel like you're going to be working on those things here, and it's going to be healing you, because I feel like you're still kind of carrying something from the past, or you were. And this is the energy that you have moved into. You did the work, you did the internal work, the inner child work, where you were kind of the traumas that you carried from childhood, and you transmuted that into some type of strength for yourself when moving forward in this reality here. Or this is just the energy that I'm picking up. Let's get an oracle card, because let's get an oracle card. Let's clarify the 8 of Pentacles, the Star card, and the 5 of Cups as far as what's costing you. Let's clarify that, please, Spirit. Yeah, I feel like you could have dealt with abandonment and different things like that in the past, and it has just created, like, I feel like you have two sides to yourself. Yeah, look, between worlds and building blocks. These are I'm hearing these are the things that turns boys to men. These are the things that turns little girls into women. I feel like with the between two worlds here, that, like I said, you're going to have a sunny disposition. You see how bright this world is, and that bleak world in the past, you're no longer living in that bleak world in the past. So when you come across things from the past, you don't have to look at it with those same eyes from the past. You get what I'm saying? I feel like Spirit is really trying to knock that into you. And I feel like with 28 building blocks, that's that Leo energy. Again, you could be dealing with the Capricorn or Aquarius, or you can have that in your chart. But I feel like this is a part of your destiny, because it's building you. It's like sculpting you. My grandma used to always say that, like, a sculptor, if you were the block of marble that a sculptor is sculpting, you would assume that each blow that you take is abuse until you see the final result. And you see that each of one of those, like, painful blows that would come from the chisel that the sculptor had was really helping craft a masterpiece. And that is your life, and that is life. So I feel like Spirit's going to really help you see that at this time here. We're between two worlds here. But let's see your emotional state. Let's get the emotional state for Pisces. Emotional state for Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you're going through a spiritual awakening here. Let's get the emotional state for Pisces. The Chariot card, again, like I said, internally, you could have been going through that fight, because it's the duality. So duality is a very important lesson for you at this time. Researching really the meaning, the good and the bad, the cure and the poison, understanding the fear and the release and everything, right? Because nothing is just of one purpose. Everything has multiple purposes. Everything has dual usages. It just depends on your perception. If you could perceive the dual usage, that depends on whether or not you can access it, basically. So I feel like you're going through that emotionally. It's kind of like You're fighting. Some of you guys could be like fighting against things that you were taught in the past, like ways of being, like cultural norms, like, oh, these people are meant to be with these people, or these type of people only hang out here, or these people don't wear these type of clothing. I feel like things of that sort, like you're healing those emotional issues. Okay, how do people see you? They see you as a Two of Swords, so you're definitely here. They see you as an unbiased force. They see you as cutting off people in situations, or kind of just an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth here in regards to situations. I feel like you're at a rock and a hard place because too, you didn't want to cut off these potential situations where they were just potential, but they weren't blooming, but you kind of had to. How do you see yourself? The Three of Coins. So yeah, you're in the learning mode. You're in a learning position. You're blooming into a new version of yourself. You're moving out of that old world to the new world. So everything that you're going through right now is a test. It's a test to bring up things from the past, to help you see where you want to be in the future, to test your resilience, to test your strength in certain situations, to help you move out of trauma. Because the only way that you can move out of trauma and worry and discord is if you face it. And that calls for courage. You can't be afraid. You get what I'm saying? Because on this path, not everything is going to come to you on a beautiful platter, or, you get what I'm saying, in a beautiful manner. But like I said with the sculptor, some things are going to be painful. Some things are going to trigger you. But how you respond and how you internalize and how you transmute that energy is completely on you. So I feel like that right now is very, like, that's how you're seeing yourself right now. You're definitely going through a major spiritual lesson here to help you move into masterhood. So definitely, I want to give you kudos, because that takes a lot of strength to be able to be observant of self. Because it's easy for us to observe another, right, and call out their flaws. But in order for you to know someone else's flaws, you have to see them in yourself. In order for you to know somebody else's strength, you have to see them in yourself. So you really have to know yourself first before you can call someone else's flaws out. And by knowing yourself, you have to face both your light and your dark attributes. Let's see your future energy, Pisces. The Tower card again. You are shaking shit up. You are changing things. Maybe some of you guys are being called to speak, or in the future energy. I feel like things, you are not even going to be able to identify with the person that you were before, or the things that you thought before, or the way that you saw life before, or the way that you saw people or interacted with people. Some of you guys have heavy Aries or Libra placements. Maybe you have an Aries North Node and you have a Libra South Node, or you have a Libra North Node and an Aries South Node. So that means that very karmic destiny shit is happening for you right now. Nothing is just for no reason here. Yeah, you have the Hermit card and the Seven of Cups that happen now. Maybe you're confused. It's because right now has everything to do with your spiritual evolution. It has everything to do with your spiritual transformation through self. Because that's what the Hermit represents. It represents going within. So this Libra Aries energy is definitely activating something very powerful in you, Pisces. And I feel like it's going to lead you to yourself, which is the best news ever, right? Because some people live their whole lives and they die without ever knowing themselves. Because this path is too difficult for some. You get what I'm saying? Look. Honeybee, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in a situation. It's helping you see the reason why certain things didn't work out. You have the Five of Cups in reverse now. You see that? It's turn your frown upside down. Take some time out of your usual life in solitude, in the darkness. Chameleon, stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. So this is Libra energy. So you need to be a Libra more than the Aries at this time. Okay? So you don't need to bulldoze or attack or go into war. You need to learn how to be Venusian, learn how to be a bridge, learn how to see another side. I feel like that is what, even in rocky situations where you may have felt wronged. I feel like this has it's like a bigger spiritual lesson. That's what I'm picking up here for you Pisces. So I love y'all. This is all that I have for y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been Lucid Prophecy Tarot, and I'll be back at y'all again soon. Bye.